So a moment ago I told you that the battle had ended, and it was long. And I told you that the war was just beginning, and I meant it. In the coming months, even before the legislative session convenes next year in February, we will be dealing with rescissions once again and another deficit mitigation plan. That's because the only solution, the only real solution right now is the same one that was staring us in the face last year and probably all summer and even now once again, and that is that we have to make the necessary cuts in spending. And we must make lasting structural changes, and it means real reductions in spending. This is not going to be a pretty time. I've been meeting with my budget chief over the last couple of days, talking about rescissions. And I don't want your eyes to glaze over as I talk about this, but in essence, it's the governor's authority to be able to cut without legislative approval up to a certain percentage. When I've already told them they're going to lose X amount of money, but oh, by the way, I'm coming back and cutting again right here, you can well imagine what our commissioners and agencies are saying. How are we going to run our operation? We have no choice right now. And we will be looking at cuts, mitigation plans that will require legislative approval that no one is going to like. Literally stopping services where we can no longer afford to take people into those programs unless it's an entitlement that the federal government requires us to do. And I tell you again, this is not meant to be an understatement, but this is not a new concept. Every one of you probably over the last year have had to deal with the same problem. You've had to make those tough decisions. Do we do layoffs? Can we cut back here? Can we no longer afford to do this? How can we be better and leaner and make money in this very tough economy? It has to be our message that the difficult decisions have not fully been made yet and that they have to be. It's our battle hymn, for lack of a better term, as this struggles over budget continue. And like any good general, I'm looking for a few good men and women, and I have to tell you, congratulations, you've just been drafted. What I mean, of course, is this is a battle I cannot fight by myself. And I know that this is a message that I preach probably at every CBIA meeting I've attended over the last 15 or 20 years. It's real simple. I need you. I need you now more than ever. Because achieving real goals and real change is not going to be easy. Anytime we call for a spending cut, whether it's the governor asking for those cuts, the legislature asking for those cuts, you as business leaders asking for cuts in your own agency, in your own business, you always get a loud cry from the opposition. Anyone with a special interest, or even without a special interest, how can you do that? How can you possibly not provide services or not do this? I need an army on my side too, and now I need you. You know your legislators. You know who the people are that represent the districts in which you live, the towns where your businesses are located. And they need to hear from you. And I don't mean just once or twice a year you pick up the phone and say, so how's it going over there, you know? We sure appreciate your help. Or if there's a bad bill out there and you pick up the phone and call and say, you know, this is really lousy for business. I hope you don't vote for it. But nobody bothers to follow up. I need you now. Because they need to know that the time for putting off the very difficult decisions has long passed. To put it bluntly, I think that the report from Moody's Investors the other day actually proves one thing. This budget isn't fooling anyone. The gimmicks, the one-shots, they're just not cutting it anymore. And whether they realize it or not, or if they have to come dragged to the realization, kicking and screaming, the answer is the same for all of us. Spending must be brought under control once and for all. And I need you to help me deliver that message as many times as it takes until that message actually finally sinks in. Okay, troops, you've got your marching orders. You're all saying, please get her off the stage or we're going to really be drafted soon. We are fighting this together. And we're fighting it because it's a fight that we have to have, and it's a fight worth having. Because we have to take control of our state, we have to take control of our families and our businesses, and the best way to do that is to get a realistic budget under control that we can all live with. It isn't going to be easy, and I'm not particularly looking forward to another long, drawn-out battle this year, but I will do the job you've elected me to do, and I will do it to the best of my ability. But I need my troops. Thank you all very much for having me tonight. I appreciate it.